The War of Art, summary by Voice Book Vault. Do you ever feel like something's holding you back from reaching your full potential? Whether you're a writer, artist, entrepreneur, or just someone trying to achieve your goals, there's an invisible force stopping you. Steven Pressfield calls it resistance. And in The War of Art, he shows you how to overcome it to unlock your true creative potential. Let's dive into this powerful book and break down how you can win the battle against resistance and do the work you were meant to do. Introduction. The War of Art by Steven Pressfield is more than just a book about creativity. It's a guide to overcoming the inner barriers that keep us from pursuing our dreams. Pressfield introduces the concept of resistance, an invisible force that works against us when we try to do anything meaningful, whether it's starting a new project, getting fit, or making any significant life change. This book is a battle plan for fighting that force head-on, helping you stay consistent and committed to your goals. Chapter 1: Resistance, the Enemy Within. Pressfield begins by identifying the enemy. Resistance. Resistance is the inner force that shows up whenever you try to make progress, whether that's starting a creative project, beginning a workout routine, or pursuing any meaningful goal. It's the voice that tells you to procrastinate, give up, or that you're not good enough. Resistance is described as cunning, deceptive, and relentless. Pressfield points out that resistance comes from inside us, not outside. It's not about external obstacles but our internal fears and doubts. The closer you get to achieving something meaningful, the stronger resistance becomes. It shows up as procrastination, distraction, self-doubt, and excuses. Key takeaway: resistance is universal. Everyone faces it, no matter how successful they are. The first step to overcoming it is recognizing it for what it is. Chapter 2: Combating Resistance, Turning Pro. In this chapter, Pressfield introduces the idea of becoming a professional. To overcome resistance, we must adopt the mindset of a professional rather than an amateur. An amateur dabbles in their work, waiting for inspiration to strike, while a professional shows up every day, no matter what. Being a professional means committing to your craft, treating it like a job, and consistently putting in the work even when you don't feel like it. It's about discipline, consistency, and perseverance. Professionals don't wait for the perfect moment to begin. They start now and deal with the imperfections later. Pressfield emphasizes that the difference between an amateur and a professional is attitude. A professional accepts that resistance will always be there, but they don't let it stop them. They understand that success comes from persistence, not from bursts of inspiration. Key takeaway: adopt a professional mindset. Show up every day, work through the resistance, and don't wait for inspiration to strike. Chapter 3: Resistance and Fear. Fear is a significant tool that resistance uses to hold us back. Pressfield explores how fear and resistance are deeply connected. Whenever you're about to do something important, write a book, start a business, or make any bold move, fear will kick in, and that's a sign you're on the right path. The more important a project is to your growth, the more fear and resistance you will feel. Pressfield suggests that instead of running away from fear, you should use it as a compass. If you feel scared, it means that task is worth pursuing. However, Pressfield clarifies that this isn't about recklessly diving into fear, but rather recognizing that fear is a natural part of the process and should be embraced as part of your journey. Key takeaway: fear is an indicator that you're on the right path. Use it as a guide and move toward what scares you. Chapter 4: The Territory and the Muse. In this chapter, Pressfield introduces two key concepts: the territory and the muse. The territory is the work you are meant to do, the field you belong in. Whether it's writing, painting, coding, or any other endeavor, the territory is where you do your work, day in and day out. Unlike resistance, the territory is where you find satisfaction and growth. Pressfield argues that the more time you spend in your territory, the more you develop your skills, and the less power resistance has over you. The muse represents inspiration, which Pressfield describes as a gift from the universe. However, the muse only visits those who consistently show up to work. If you put in the hours and do your work regularly, inspiration will come, but you can't wait for it to begin. Pressfield urges readers to respect their craft, put in the hours, and show up to their territory daily. It's through this consistent effort that the muse rewards you with creativity and inspiration. Key takeaway: show up to your territory every day, and the muse will reward your commitment with inspiration and creativity. Chapter 5: The Authentic Self. Pressfield introduces the concept of our higher self, the part of us that knows our purpose and true potential. However, resistance often pulls us away from this higher self, convincing us to settle for comfort, mediocrity, and excuses. The key to defeating resistance is aligning with your higher self and embracing your true calling. Pressfield argues that when you're doing what you're meant to do, you're in harmony with your higher self, and that's when you'll experience fulfillment and success. On the other hand, ignoring your true calling and giving in to resistance leads to frustration, dissatisfaction, and a lack of purpose. This chapter emphasizes the importance of self-awareness and staying true to who you are. When you are aligned with your authentic self, the work feels meaningful, and while resistance never disappears, it loses much of its power over you. Key takeaway: align with your higher self by pursuing your true calling. The more you connect with your authentic purpose, the easier it becomes to overcome resistance. Chapter 6: The Power of Commitment. The final chapter revolves around the power of commitment and persistence. Pressfield reiterates that success isn't about luck, talent, or waiting for the right moment. It's about showing up consistently and putting in the effort, even when it's hard. Commitment is the antidote to resistance. When you commit fully to your work, you stop negotiating with resistance. Instead of debating whether you should work on your project today, you just do it no matter what. Commitment turns your dream from a maybe into a must, and this shift in mindset can make all the difference. Pressfield encourages readers to treat their creative or professional endeavors with the seriousness they deserve. If you make a firm commitment to your craft, resistance will still be present, but you'll have the determination and tools to fight through it and continue working. Key takeaway: commitment is key to overcoming resistance. When you commit fully to your work, resistance loses its ability to stop you. Conclusion: in The War of Art, Steven Pressfield provides a straightforward yet profound guide to overcoming the internal barriers that prevent us from reaching our potential. Resistance is real and ever-present, but by recognizing it, adopting a professional mindset, confronting fear, committing to our work, and aligning with our true calling, we can conquer it. The battle against resistance is ongoing, but the War of Art gives us the tools and mindset to keep moving forward, even when the going gets tough. Ultimately, success comes from consistently doing the work, showing up every day, and not letting fear or resistance hold you back. If you found this summary of the War of Art helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Voicebook Vault for more insightful audiobook summaries. Like and share this video to inspire others to conquer their own resistance. Comment below with your thoughts and let us know which book you want to hear about next. Thanks for listening, and keep fighting the good fight against resistance.